Hello, guys. Welcome to Teenage Talks. I'm your host, Dr. Chaya Nayak, excited to be with you every fortnight. This fortnight, I picked up an excellent topic for you, which I'm sure you will enjoy listening to it. As you know, atom is the smallest particle that can exist, and yet it is very important. In this podcast, I'm going to talk to you about the tiny atomic changes which will give you remarkable results. And these concepts are from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. He says that real change comes from the compound effect of multiple decisions you take, like doing 2 push-ups a day, reading one page, or waking up 5 minutes early. An atomic habit is a little habit that's part of a larger system. Just as atoms are the building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. Please do not underestimate the compound effect of tiny atomic habits. Imagine a ship sailing on a sea. If the captain deviates by 1 or 2 degrees, he will reach a different destination. Same is with aeroplane. If a pilot makes a deviation of 1 to 2 degrees, and if he persists, he will reach a different destination. Similarly, a slight change in your daily habits can guide your life to a very different destination. I discussed atomic habits with a group of girls and asked them to pick up few habits. And each one picked up a habit, like waking up early in the morning and doing the beds, or drinking a glass of hot water, or reading one page every day, or deep breathing for 1 minute, etc., etc. After 1 month, when I inquired, most of them have given up. The reason, they didn't find any benefit out of it. As James Clear clearly stated in his book, that small changes which you make, they do not make any difference until they reach a critical threshold. He gives an example of an ice cube. Supposing you have an ice cube and the room temperature is 25 degrees. Ice doesn't melt at 25 degrees Fahrenheit. You keep increasing the temperature by 1 degree, 26, 27, 28, up to 32. When you reach 32, ice cube starts melting. Just because ice cube melts at 32, all your efforts to increase the temperature from 25 to 32 are a waste? Of course not. So people make few small changes, fail to see tangible results, and then give up. You have to have patience and you have to persist. Now let us see how these three girls, Deepti, Ramya, and Srishti, adopted these habits and how they are benefited. Deepti started deep breathing for 1 minute every day. She gradually increased it to 5 minutes. And when she practiced it for 5 minutes, she felt that she was fresh, energetic, and much calmer. And her parents were very happy with her because she stopped yelling at her brother and started taking bath every morning. Deepti is very happy and she says she will not give up this practice and she will even increase it to 10 minutes. And Ramya started waking up 5 minutes early and started making her bed and settling her table. And she feels so organized and confident. And Srishti started getting up early in the morning and started reading one page every day. And slowly she increased it to 9 to 10 pages. Now she reads even before she goes to bed. So she is learning so much just by reading 10 pages every morning and every night. A doctor friend of mine started saving rupees 100 per day for the past 30 years. Now it amounted to 1 crore plus, and she bought an apartment for her daughter. That is the result of compound effects of hundreds of small decisions. Now just imagine you start waking up 5 minutes early every morning and start reading one page of your science textbook or any other textbook. And slowly you increase it to 15 minutes. And then you read 2 to 3 pages and 15 minutes every day if you read. And in a month, it is 450 minutes and 8 hours. And in 8 hours of time, you might have learned so much without really spending so much time like sitting and studying for hours. You learn so much in that 15 minutes of reading every day. I know however much you try to motivate yourself, you fail to do what you want to do. So James Clear says your environment plays a great role in modifying your behavior. For example, you want to drink a glass of water in hot water in the morning. You feel lazy to get up, go to kitchen and heat up the water. Instead, if you keep a flask of hot water next to your bed, you are most likely to drink it. A friend of mine, a software engineer, she keeps her shoes, walking shoes, next to her bed so that when she wakes up in the morning, she looks at the shoes and she wears them and she goes for a walk. And if she says if she keeps the shoes outside in the shoe rack, she may not even go for a walk. I keep a book next to my bed and I read at least 10 pages every night. I started reading 5 pages and now increased it to 10, and sometimes I even read 20 pages and 30 pages. So friends, create an environment which makes it easy for you to adopt a tiny atomic habit. I mean tiny, very tiny, maybe a minute or so. To be able to continue, pick up a habit which is easy to adopt. I want all of you to become best versions of yourselves. The time to start is now. Once you start, never miss it twice and never break the chain. Remember, a small change makes a great difference. Thank you all for listening to my podcast. Please share it with as many people as possible. Some of them might adopt atomic habits and transform themselves into better versions of themselves, making the world a beautiful place to live in. For a greater understanding of atomic habits, I suggest you must read the book by James Clear. Thank you very much once again and see you in my next episode.